Hold on tight, because Atlanta's next hip-hop scandal is about to flare up like never before. The incident involving Kirk Frost and Yandy Smith meeting at a private hotel has fans going bonkers. But that's not even the most ridiculous part. When Rasheeda found out, she immediately departed, creating a whole lot of chaos in the hotel. On social media, videos, screenshots, and insider information are going viral, dramatically changing the perception of Kirk. The identity of the real manipulator behind the scenes is also being questioned, as are loyalty and trust. Insiders say that this was not just a casual dinner, and the Atlanta hip-hop world is holding its breath as rumors of secret conversations, secret intentions, and behind-the-scenes transactions begin to emerge. Every fan, cast member, and social media expert is now on high alert, trying to piece together what really happened. This hotel altercation will have far-reaching effects, so pay close attention. And I promise that what you hear next will astound you. Rasheeda's response alone is triggering a chain of events that nobody saw coming. In addition, the encounter between Kirk and Yandy ended up being more messier than anyone had expected. The animosity in Atlanta's hip-hop scene had been simmering for weeks, but no one expected it to blow up this way. Kirk Frost, who is renowned for projecting an image of himself as a devoted husband and father, immediately generated rumors on social media after being spotted entering a fancy hotel with Yandy Smith. Fans quickly pieced together images, timestamps, and even enigmatic Instagram posts. And within minutes, the whispers developed into a whole narrative with betrayal, deception, and hidden agendas. Reportedly, the hotel meeting was not a casual gathering. Kirk and Yandy reportedly engaged in a protracted, contentious argument that lasted for almost an hour. According to colleagues who chose to remain anonymous, the environment was tight and very focused, with Yandy demonstrating a cool-headed and calm approach, and Kirk seemingly checking his phone regularly. This was more than just a business-to-business meeting. Inferred connotations hung in the air. An informant allegedly told Rasheeda, Kirk's wife, about the encounter hours before it happened. She apparently went up to Kirk, texted back and forth asking for clarifications. After getting unsatisfactory answers, Rasheeda made the spontaneous decision to drive herself to the hotel. They were determined to discover what was going on. Thus, the hotel setting quickly devolved into a powder keg. Witnesses said Rasheeda, who was obviously upset, barged into the foyer prior to asking for a security check on Kirk and Yandy. Staffer said her face conveyed the seriousness of the issue with a mixture of anger, betrayal, and surprise. For Rasheeda, this was more than a rumor. Perhaps there was public embarrassment. Nor did she intend to remain silent. Social media immediately reacted. Videos of the hotel's facade taken by paparazzi started to circulate on Twitter and Instagram, with descriptions ranging from Kirk and hot water to Rasheeda's live disclosure. Fans quickly scrutinized every detail, from the color of Yandy's clothing to the length of Kirk's stay to Rasheeda's haircut. Everything was analyzed as evidence of the unfolding scenario. Backstage insiders claimed that the tension between Kirk and Rasheeda had been intensifying for some months. Trust was, at best, fragile in this environment due to private disputes, disagreements over business dealings, and past scandals. The meeting at the hotel appeared to be the pivotal moment, a single spark that may ignite a long simmering chow of powder. 1. People close to the marriage said that Kirk arranged the meeting to discuss a sensitive business matter, but the results were disastrous. Even if his intentions were sincere, the appearance of secrecy with a fellow female industry insider fueled online suspicions, curiosity, and rage. Often praised for her composure and financial acumen, Yandy found herself embroiled in a situation she may not have anticipated. Fans split into camps right away on the internet. Some people defended Kirk, claiming that the meeting was entirely professional and accusing Rasheeda of overreacting. Others condemned him, saying this showed his disdain and insincerity, as seen by the widespread hashtags #ITurKirk revealed, Ashur Heaps, and usher Yandy in the mix, the story quickly swept over the internet. The incident reportedly heated up when Rasheeda was allegedly refused immediate access to Kirk and Yandy's room within the hotel. Witnesses claimed Rasheeda remained uncompromising in spite of security measures to defuse the situation. She was curious about the replies. At this moment. During the nearly 20-minute standoff, Kirk reportedly attempted to clarify himself over the phone, but Yandy remained calm and used her words carefully to keep things from becoming worse. Meanwhile, pictures of Kirk and Rasheeda's allegedly private, online conversations began to surface. The fire was fed by voice messages and notes, some of which were allegedly fake and others of which were authentic. Fans examined every word, interpreting punctuation, tone, and timing as signs of infidelity. Miscommunication or betrayal. It was hard to discern between rumors and truths, since the chaos on the internet mirrored the chaos in real life. The hotel catastrophe also affected the neighboring cast. Jasmine Bambi and other Atlanta hip-hop artists reportedly learned about the unrest and began preparing ways to capitalize on it. Insiders claim that Jasmine considered posting a few carefully chosen videos to garner the greatest attention online, while Bambi reportedly planned to fan the flames even further, ensuring that the story would dominate headlines and social media, trends for a few days or perhaps weeks. The confrontation back at the hotel apparently ended when Rasheeda demanded that Kirk leave the room and meet her in the lobby. Sources claim that Kirk hesitated while attempting to calm Rasheeda, but the optics of the situation were catastrophic. Rasheeda's exit was dramatic, witnesses claimed, and her decision to leave the hotel was a statement in and of itself. Her anger was also apparent. By the time the dust settled, the published video, images, and conversations had already gone global. Online, fans debated whether Rasheeda's attitude was suitable, if Yandy had any other function other being a professional partner, and whether Kirk's intentions were innocent. The problem was exacerbated by the deluge of debate, reaction, and meme videos that flooded platforms such as YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Although Rasheeda's dramatic exit made headlines, insiders warned that this was far from over. The hotel, Rendezvous, had set off a series of events. There was no trust. Alliances were put into question, and secrets that had previously been thought to be kept hidden were suddenly dangerously exposed. Everyone was forced to participate in a high-stakes game of public perception and media manipulation, from Yandy and the rest of the group to Kirk and Rasheeda. The important question hung over Atlanta. Could Kirk rebuild his reputation after this? Would Rasheeda be able to control her narrative once more? What part would Yandy play in this epic story? With fans monitoring every move, conversation, and social media post, what transpired next would determine the outcome of one of the most talked-about incidents in recent hip-hop reality history. At the hotel, it was more than just a conference. It was the beginning of a fire that would spread over social media, TV screens, and gossip columns. And Rasheeda's departure wasn't the end. In reality, everything happened behind closed doors. But this was the beginning of a public reckoning that would leave everyone wondering what. The hotel meeting had an impact on more than just the lobby and the room where Kirk and Yandy had first met. It spread like wildfire across Atlanta's hip-hop scene. Insiders claim that in the minutes following Rasheeda's departure from the program, cast members exchanged frantic phone calls, texts, and messages. While some people watched in awe as the storm grew larger by the moment, others were making plans on how to take advantage of the event to further their own agendas. On social media, fans, on the other hand, were relentless. Minutes thereafter, videos of Rasheeda hurriedly departing the hotel began to circulate, along with screenshots of Kirk allegedly exiting Yandy's room. TikTok. Every move, reaction, and even Kirk's departure was caught on tape. Reddit boards were ablaze with speculation, ranging from the obvious covert motivation of Yandy to the possibility that Kirk and Rasheeda were about to abandon their relationship. Memes quickly surfaced, and Instagram fan sites flooded their stories with Yandy, Kirk, and Rasheeda reaction photographs, strengthening the plot. Additionally, insiders said that the tale was far more complicated than it appeared to be online. According to reports, Kirk and Yandy had a private meeting to discuss a sensitive business issue pertaining to a new joint venture. However, the people involved created an explosive scenario by using Rasheeda's prior knowledge, the confidentiality of the meeting, and the high-profile nature of the event. Kirk's attempt to maintain secrecy was a complete failure. Sources claim that he fueled the fires by misjudging Rasheeda's instincts and the speed at which information spreads in Atlanta's tight-knit hip-hop community. An unnamed hotel worker claimed to have witnessed a furious dispute in the hallway. I could tell from Rasheeda's purposeful public statement that she would not tolerate deceit or disrespect. Meanwhile, the cast members who were not present at the hotel were already creating their own narratives. Jasmine, who had been following the situation closely, reportedly reached out to her,